Hey guys, I'm down by the bayou. This is where people would put their boat in. We usually see lots of hermit crabs, but I only see this one little one right now. And I was so excited because he was moving. Uh-oh, he stopped. Ooh, his little legs are out. I wish you could see his legs. Can you see his legs? They are so neat. I'll include some pictures that we've taken of some in the past. And we named them. Like, we found the biggest hermit crab one time. So we named him Giganticon. And then we would take them out and let them race. It was so much fun. So it's stormed, and that's why you see these sticks and things in here from the storms. Uh-oh, did I lose him? There he is. So I thought this would be really neat to show you a real live hermit crab. And then I'm going to read a house for hermit crab. Are you ready? Bye, Hermie. Hey everybody, it's me, Auntie Allison. I hope you're doing good today. I have a special book called A House for Hermit Crab. You might have guessed that's what we were going to be reading when you saw that hermit crab earlier. Wasn't that cool to see an actual hermit crab in the water at the beach? I know, I was so excited. I love hermit crabs, and every time we come down here, we have to catch them. Or at least go and see them. A House for Hermit Crab. Time to move, said Hermit Crab one day in January. I've grown too big for this little shell. He had felt safe and snug in his shell, but now it was too snug. Hermit Crab stepped out of his shell and onto the ocean floor. Have any of you tried to put on some clothes and they felt too snug and you were like, uh-oh, I'm getting too big for this? That's exactly what's happening to Hermit Crab. But it was frightening out in the open sea without a shell to hide in. What if a big fish comes along and attacks me? He thought. I must find a new house soon. So look at him. He's come out of his shell and he's pretty scared. Early in February, Hermit Crab found just the house he was looking for. It was a big shell and strong. He moved right in, wiggling and waggling about inside to see how it felt. It felt just right. But it looked so, well, so plain, thought Hermit Crab. What do you think he wants to do? Probably decorate it. You're right. In March, Hermit Crab met some sea anemones. They swayed gently back and forth in the water. How beautiful you are, said Hermit Crab. Would one of you be willing to come and live on my house? It is so plain, it needs you. I'll come, whispered a small sea anemone. Gently, Hermit Crab picked it up with his claw and put it on his shell. In April, Hermit Crab passed a flock of starfish moving slowly along the sea floor. How handsome you are, said Hermit Crab. Would one of you be willing to decorate my house? I would, signaled a little sea star. Carefully, Hermit Crab picked it up and with his claw and put it on his house. How do you think his house is looking now, huh? You think it's starting to look pretty good? One more question. It's April right here. What do you think is next? May, that's right. In May, Hermit Crab discovered some coral. They were hard and didn't move. How pretty you are, said Hermit Crab. Would one of you be willing to make my house more beautiful? I would, creaked a crusty coral. Gingerly, Hermit Crab picked it up with his claw and placed it on his shell. In June, Hermit Crab came to a group of snails crawling over a rock on the ocean floor. They grazed as they went, picking up algae and bits of debris and leaving a neat path behind them. How tidy and hard-working you are, said Hermit Crab. Would one of you be willing to come and help clean my house? I would, offered one of the snails. So happily, Hermit Crab picked it up with his claw and placed it on his shell. So now his shell's going to be clean and pretty. In July, Hermit Crab came upon several sea urchins. They had sharp, prickly needles. How fierce you look, said Hermit Crab. Would one of you be willing to protect my house? I would, answered a spiky sea urchin. Gratefully, Hermit Crab picked it up with his claw and placed it near his shell. What does the sea urchin remind you of? It's so prickly. Does it remind you of a porcupine? In August, that's my daughter's birthday, in August, Hermit Crab and his friends wandered into a forest of seaweed. Look at it. It is so dark, thought Hermit Crab. How dim it is, murmured the sea anemone. How gloomy it is, said the starfish. How murky it is, said the coral. I can't see, said the snail. It's like nighttime, said the sea urchin. Do you see how dark that coral is? What are they going to do? Well, in September, Hermit Crab spotted a school of lanternfish darting through the dark water. How bright you are, said Hermit Crab. Would one of you be willing to light up our house? I would, replied the lanternfish, and it swam over near the shell. In October, Hermit Crab approached a pile of smooth pebbles. How sturdy you are, said Hermit Crab. Would you mind if I rearranged you? Not at all, said the pebbles. Hermit Crab picked them up one by one with his claw and built a wall around his shell. Now my house is perfect, cheered Hermit Crab. But in November, Hermit Crab felt that his shell seemed a bit too small. Uh-oh, what's he gonna have to do? Okay, little by little over the year, Hermit Crab had grown. Soon he would have to find another bigger home. But he had come to love his friends, the sea anemone, the starfish, the coral, the sea urchin, the snail, the lanternfish, and even the smooth pebbles. They've been so good to me, thought Hermit Crab. They are like family. How can I ever leave them? In December, a smaller hermit crab passed by. I've outgrown my shell, she said. Would you know of a place for me? I've outgrown my house too, answered Hermit Crab. I must move on. You're welcome to live here, but you must promise to be good to my friends. Oh, I promise, said the Hermit Crab. The following January, Hermit Crab stepped out and the little crab moved in. Couldn't stay in that shell forever, said Hermit Crab as he waved goodbye. The ocean floor looked wider than he had remembered, but Hermit Crab wasn't afraid. Soon he spied the perfect house, big, empty shell. It looked, well, a little plain, but sponges, he thought, barnacles, clownfish, sand dollars, electric eels. Oh, there are so many possibilities. I can't wait to get started. So Hermit Crab is ready to make some new friends. And then in the back, it tells you a little bit about some of the sea animals that the Hermit Crab saw. Boys and girls, I hope that you enjoyed A House for Hermit Crab. And I also hope that you enjoyed some of the clips of the Hermit Crab and the beach. We have had so much fun here, and I hope that one day you are able to go to the beach, or maybe you get to go to the beach again. Don't forget to look for a hermit crab. I hope you have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.